I wanted to wake up from a nightmare they created. Oh, that stench. Rotting meat? No! I'd seen death before, but this was something else. Something worse. I could taste his agony amid the stench, see it in his eyes. His spirit was crying out in pain, begging to be freed from that decaying prison. His snow-white fur had been hacked off, not skinned. His remains were gaunt, like he'd been starving. Yet the white man hadn't eaten a single scrap of him. It felt as if his killers wanted to hurt him, even in death. I have to warn Great-Grandfather. He'll know how to fix this. Maybe there's still some way to honor the wolf's death and... Huh? The white man's camp. He's dead. Huh. He froze to death, but it wasn't slow or gradual. More like he was mauled by cold. That's odd. His moccasins are gone. Stripped bare and left behind, just like the wolf. Someone else was here. And he robbed this man. I'm sorry. You don't deserve this any more than the wolf does. A hunter told me white men do this to help the dead rest. I hope it makes your journey easier. Why? What kind of mantush defiles his brother instead of burying him? Still a few embers. Fire's been out for a day, at most. The other man left a lot of supplies behind. Probably because he had to. A tanning rack. Must have been used for the wolf's fur. But it's gone now. Likely taken by the other man. He looted the camp, left his friend's body laying here, and ran off with the white wolf's hide. Now then, where did he go? Prints are deep, spaced far apart. He ran. Left behind some belongings, but no sign of the white pelt. Still, for him to just drop all this? Fresh blood. Froze before it could dry. It's just like what killed the dead man. Great-grandfather was right. Our elders once spoke of a winter spirit who lashes out when nature is defiled. Should its anger go unappeased, frigid weather would follow, causing countless deaths. I had to find the one who did this, retrieve the white fur he had stolen, lay the dishonored wolf to rest, and fast. Or else, the coming winter would be my people's last.
The other girls told me stories about men like him. Called them swashbuckling heroes. Men who could conquer the New World's wilds and beasts. But well, my first impression of Pierre was that he was a wild beast. All right, all done. Don't strain or the stitches might break.
Much obliged. Still can't believe you thought I was a werewolf, though.
I didn't mean to, but you were acting like I thought...
Relax. I'm just teasing. Still, after hearing that story, you're luckier to be alive than I thought. You, have my condolences, though. Lost a friend myself not long ago. I know it ain't easy. For what it's worth.
Thank you. I know they're at peace in his kingdom now. But none of them deserve this.
New World's a harsh place, Jan. Lots out here can kill. And ain't much will warn you before trying. My line of work taught me that, at least.
Your job brought you all the way out here?
Us traders gotta trek pretty far east to find furs these days. Ain't easy work, but it's decent money. And decent money's about all I can hope for. I was hoping to find more before turning back, but something ain't right with these woods. It's like every damn tree is breathing down my neck. Sooner I'm back in Quebec, sooner I sleep with both eyes closed.
You're headed for Quebec? Oh, thank you, God! This is perfect. You can take me with you.
You kidding? No way in hell I'm doing that. Hike from here to Quebec takes weeks, woman. I'm already lugging twice the load I oughta. Having you to worry about on top of that would be a goddamn death sentence.
So, what? You'll just leave me here to die?
No, I'll just let the cavalry handle you. Shipment of soldiers, Carignan Salier or some shit, ought to sail by here in about a week. Wreckage this size is easy to spot. So signal them clearly. They'll probably stop to sail you home.
Probably. You want me to wait here alone, on the off chance the military maybe stops to help me? If they don't stop, I'll die, Pierre.
Look, I get your point, but it's still safer here than out there, okay?
Oh yeah? Then stay with me. We can both take the ship home.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Why not?
Why? Doesn't matter. Point is, you can't come with me. End of story.
Are you trying to use me as bait?
Beg pardon?
You said the woods weren't normal. Like something in there was stalking you. And you're asking me to stay here, even though something like that is out there! If you're not trying to abandon me so I get eaten first, it doesn't show.
I know you're scared, but your odds won't be better by coming with me. There's carnivores out there, Jeanne. Iroquois, lawbreakers, you name it. There's too many things I can't protect you from, especially when I can barely protect myself. Stay here, and there's a chance you die, yeah. But come with me, and you're sure to die.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
All the more reason not to take a risk and find out.
What if I say no and follow you anyway? You can't exactly stop me from trying, can you?
You really want to test my patience, little lady? 'Cause I don't got much left.
And what if me following you wouldn't become a problem?
The hell are you getting at?
If I keep up with you without becoming a burden, you won't waste time worrying about me. Meaning, I won't test your patience at all. In fact, I'll make your life easier. All I do is follow. Nothing else. Unless you ask.
And if you do wear my patience out?
Leave me behind and forget me. Whether you do it now or in 2 days doesn't change much.
You're dead set about tagging along, aren't you?
I don't want to be alone, Pierre. I really, really don't.
This thing's already full as hell. And I, ain't supposed to strain, apparently. So, if we stock up on meat, fur, firewood, I can't be the one carrying it. Still think you'd keep pace with extra baggage?
Yes, of course.
Got ourselves a deal then, Miss Angelier. Here's hoping you keep your end of it.
I will, Pierre. Thank you.
You better hit the hay. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. This'll be a cold night. Gotta make both count if we plan on making it to Quebec before either get colder.
Colder than this?
Yep. Come winter, that whole river's gonna be frozen solid. End to end.
Great.
Here. Friend of mine bagged this one. Always said he'd rather own fur this white than sell it. But, well, he ain't around no more. So someone may as well put it to use for him. This is the most expensive pelt I've got, girl. And unlike him, I plan on making good money off it. You keep it safe, I keep you safe. Got it?
Got it.
Good. These are definitely his tracks. Seems he headed for the bay. I'll be back soon, great-grandfather. Whoa. That's too big to be an narwhal corpse. What happened here? Looks like the marks our hunters leave when they drag caribou through snow. But whoever did this was dragging something else. Another campfire. Still a few embers. The thief didn't leave long ago. Didn't leave alone either. These tracks aren't his. Too slender. Different kind of moccasins. A woman, maybe? Too small to be a wolf. Maybe a coyote. Why would one come this close to a fire? Maybe they had something to do with what got dragged off the beach. Wait, is that a white man's grave? Barely a day old. Did he dig it? If so, maybe I misjudged him? I mean, he did take the wolf's pelt, but... Fur traders. Just like the ones I found back home. Maybe they know something about the thief I'm after. There's a chance they're not all bad, and I could use the help. I come in peace. They're trying to kill me. I have to.
Laissez-moi lui parler. Friend, you can come out. My partners will not shoot again.
He speaks Innu?
These men mistook you for a grave robber. If you come out and agree to speak with me, I'll convince them you mean no harm. You have my word.
Oh, monsieur, c'est un enfant.
Thank you for your trust. Now, why don't we give this greeting another try?
Tout ce qui avait de valeur a déjà été pris.
All this for a white pelt? Quite the unbelievable journey, my gun.
Unbelievable? As in, you don't believe me?
I mean, your winter spirit sounds different from the one I've heard of. But I can't deny the cold. And I don't know many Innu who'd come this far just to lie. Still, your name means wolf, and you're after a wolf's pelt? Quite the coincidence. Come with me. Let's see. If your poacher was heading west, he probably plans to sell the fur at Quebec.
He butchered that animal just to line his pockets?
Most likely. Frenchmen pay good money for white pelts like that. Once sold, getting it back will be impossible.
No! If even worse happens to the wolf's remains, the spirit will...
Breathe, my gun. His tracks were fresh. He can't be that far. Give us a moment to finish up and we'll set off together. All right?
Wait, you want me to come with you?
Of course. We're heading west too. And traveling as a group is always safer. What do you say?
I can't. I'm sorry.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Let's continue our talk in private. I won't try to change your mind. But there's something you should know about them, and it could save any lives.
Huh?
Je pars dire adieu à notre ami. Je reviens bientôt.
What's this? Almost looks like painted tree bark. But I can't tell if this is supposed to be a person or a spirit. Well, let's not leave it lying around. The last thing I need is another spirit's grudge. So, what's this something I need to know?
Got your attention, eh? Let me ask you something. Why would you rather travel by yourself than be near their kind?
Those people, their actions make no sense. And that scares me.
Well, once you learn some French and get to know them a little.
I don't want to get to know them. What the poacher did to that wolf should never make sense. Not to anyone. And I'm afraid getting to know them could somehow make me think it does.
My name, Tehon Wastasta. It means he who stands tall. Always liked that name. Made me believe I could weather anything for my people's sake. But they just call me Tehon.
Do they have trouble pronouncing your full name?
That's part of the reason, probably. But see, the thing is, other Wendat call me Tehon too nowadays.
Your own... Why?
Because I preach my people's values while wearing a white man's skin. Some see that as a dangerous compromise.
Don't you work with these traders to help your people?
I do indeed, but things are a little more complicated than that. Us Wendat were once tens of thousands strong, thriving through alliances with other nations. We thought white men should be such allies to help us grow and fight back Haudenosaunee. But their greed caused plagues and famines, destroyed nations and families, brothers and sisters. The ones in black robes did even worse. That's why many Wendat loathe the fact that we still work with them. But we do it to survive.
I get it now. You're not submitting to them, you're adapting to them.
That's right. Guiding, translating, promoting commerce. It lets me keep avarice in check and fur trades fair, all while preserving Wendat values. Not a perfect solution, obviously, but it lets me stand tall for my people. And I'd rather struggle doing that than suffer doing nothing. It's easy to let fear get the better of us when it comes to them. But sometimes protecting our people means learning to understand, not learning to fight. Be sure to remember that once you find this poacher.
Learning to understand can save the Innu. Thank you, Tehon Wastasta. I did need to hear that.
My pleasure, friend. That said, there is one exception.
A necklace?
The men in black robes I mentioned before. They all wear crosses like these. And I'm not sure they can be understood. Best keep away from anyone bearing that symbol.
But what if this belongs to the fur thief?
Then you'd best take it with you, in case it helps you find it. And you need to be very careful, my gun. The person you're pursuing may be more dangerous than you realize.
I learned two things from traveling with Pierre. First is that he wasn't exactly a good man. Second is that it didn't take a good man to be a good teacher.
What's the holdup?